We are getting ready for the Cubs tour. Just want to show you the outside of it. Very nice. I'll show you more around Wrigley Field. Beautiful day out here. There it is, the famous Wrigley Field sign. Look at that. Of course, they're doing a lot of remodeling every freaking year. Construction. We're just waiting to get in around 3:30, so if you want some time. See, over here, more construction. Never ends. There's the famous scoreboard from the Cubbies. Pretty neat, huh? This is the fire department across the street from Wrigley. Nice. This is where the baseball balls come from Wrigley Field. Pretty neat. Nice. Look at that. And they're doing construction. They're gonna have a plaza here. I think it's gonna be done next year sometime. Pretty neat, huh? Here is the famous Harry Carey. He was an announcer for the White Sox and the Cubbies. I don't know if you guys can see that. April 12th, 1999, they put this in. Pretty cool. See, look at that. Damn.
Out here, as long as your ticket says bleacher on it, you can sit wherever you want. We can all sit here together and out in right field. We can go hide underneath and try to get some shade. Also real close to the beer guy up there underneath the scoreboard, or out in left field. Kind of anything goes. So when the gates open up, if it's a 1:20 game, the gates always open 2 hours before the first pitch. So at 11:20, big rush of people out here grab their favorite spot out in the bleachers. You've also got a great chance at that point to catch a home run ball hit during batting practice. It's kind of like a home run derby out here. It's a good idea to do it then, because once the game starts and you catch a home run ball, you better hope it was hit by one of the Cubs. Because if the other team hit it, everybody around you is all going to start chanting what? Throw it back. Throw it back. Those other team home run balls, those are garbage. We don't keep them. We throw them back on the field here at Wrigley. It's actually the only ballpark in Major League Baseball where you are allowed to throw objects on the field during the game, as long as it's that visiting team home run ball. But I would not blame you for wanting to hang on to such a great souvenir. So you know what most of our bleacher fans do? You bring an extra ball with you. A lot of times we'll see people kind of doing the old switcheroo, and I know that happens because I've seen 12-inch softballs go on that field. Throw something out there, you get the biggest cheer the whole day out here in these bleachers. Now, as I said, the bleachers were built in 1937, but there have always been fans out here watching the games. Back in the old days, mostly you would have just people kind of standing out in an open grassy field watching the game. In fact, the only way you could tell if a ball was a home run or not was if it went over a rope. Ball goes over the rope, it's a home run. Ball goes under the rope, it's a ground rule double. But that rope was held up by Cubs fans and Cubs employees, so, you know, the rope moved a little bit. Cubs are up to bat, the rope's a little bit lower. They walk in 5-10 feet. Cardinals are in town, the rope goes up, the rope goes back 15-20 feet sometimes. Now we said, hey, that's just home field advantage. Major League Baseball had a different term for that, cheating, which is kind of hard to argue with. I actually got away with that though for about 10 years. Finally, in 1927, we built a wooden wall, and then the brick wall you see out here today, built in 1937. Now, another big part of the reason why these seats are so famous, or maybe infamous, is because of a group of fans that we had out here, mostly in the 1960s and 50s, before that as well, the Bleacher Bums. Now, of course, they got that nickname because those lights up there, which I'll talk about in a minute, we didn't get those lights till much, much later. So suffice it to say, all day games back then. You could come out to the park on a Monday afternoon, then a Tuesday afternoon, then a Wednesday afternoon. Well, you must not have a job, therefore you must be a bum. Now those guys love that nickname, so much so that in the late 60s you'd usually see about 20 or 30 people gathered together in left center field, all wearing yellow hard hats, bringing lunch pails with them, saying, yes, we in the minor leagues, bigger locker rooms than this. There are colleges with bigger locker rooms. There are high schools, right? Some middle schools with bigger clubhouses, bigger locker rooms than this. You know, they might start complaining. They might even call this place a dump. We've certainly heard that before. But hopefully, if that happens, there's an older player. Clayton Kershaw, I think, is one of the guys that will kind of appreciates this space. And certainly Chipper Jones, when he was with the Braves. He would pull these young guys who are running their mouth aside, sit them down here at the table, give them pen and paper, and then tell them to write down the name of a player that they looked up to as a kid or they thought that was important in the game. Again, realizing almost every player you can think of has been in this clubhouse. Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Roberto Clemente, Pete Rose, Mark McGwire. I mentioned Babe Ruth here in the 32 World Series, 38 World Series. That's Lou Gehrig. Jackie Robinson. This is, by the way, the only locker room left in the world where Jackie Robinson actually got dressed in. Because Fenway would be the only other option, and he never played at Fenway. You know, we've had All-Star games here in 47, so that means Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio, 62, Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra, 1990, Jose Canseco, Cal Ripken. You know, so you name it, they've been in here. A lot of times these rookies, you know, writing this list, they're just in tears once they really start to really think about all the history that's been through. We don't have to stop at baseball either, because the Bears played football here for 50 years almost, from 1921 to 1970. And this space, if you can believe it, was even smaller back then. Because there used to be a wall right here where I'm standing.
I can't see very well because it's sunny, so I'll probably see it on the big screen at home. Now we are in the dugout.
20 cents a bottle?
Yeah. See? Look at that. That, see? Nice.
Oh,
Now, we got cushions now. See?
that's all right. We need to get a picture, dude. I was just going to say, last time I was here for the tour, Lou was
Manager.
Yeah. So they have right around this corner here that sink, and it was disgusting. Yeah, well, it's just disgusting to think of. I mean,
I don't know. There's a beat up.
I'll never understand that, but.
I know.